Hi guys, I'm back, and I don't know. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So I came online again. I was tested earlier, mm, and I wasn't. Uh, Let me turn this down a little bit for me. Anyway, I came on earlier to test my just to test. Um, I obviously I have been around for a while, and I do posts and I do reels. I love doing reels, but um, maybe I'm faceless. Is that what you want to call me? I don't know. But anyway, um, I ended up starting a new program. Well, let me back up. Let's see here. I have not been real present um, in my affiliate business for a few weeks, I want to say. I've been in and out. Um, I can't say that I wanted to quit. By now, I think I'm like more grounded in my business. Um, but yeah, um, trying to gather my thoughts here. I know that this is something I want to do, and I'm going to continue to work on it. Um, but I think what I needed more so is a plan. And I don't know, there's just something not right about like me. Like I know that like I went and I bought these little courses and stuff, but I couldn't like fully be like, hey, you know what? You should go to this product. You should go to this course, or you should buy this product because uh, I didn't experience it to the fullest that I should have. And me as how I am, um, when I've tried something in the past and have absolutely loved it, like I I'm sure we all express it, you know. You want to share something good with the next person. Do you know what I mean? So let me kind of like just back up here. So after I took these two courses, like I guess you want to call them preliminary courses, introduction courses, and now I understand everything. Like, but obviously when you're first coming in, you don't understand all that stuff, you know? Um, but a year ago I took these courses and um my biggest thing was like I didn't want to pay immense amount of money for something that I thought I could do by myself. Um, it looked easy enough, simple enough. I mean, like they said, yeah, yes, it is, and like an easy business that you can start. Yes, it is, but there's a lot of moving parts, connections and stuff that need to everything needs to connect, and so you can execute successfully, right? But anyway, uh, so I took those courses. I took I ended up finding like this $25 program. And then I was doing that, but a year ago, like I was just so lost. Even though I took this $25 program and it was supposed to teach me, I was just not comprehending. I wasn't getting wrapping my head around everything that I was learning. And so I took some more small ticket courses um, when I was finally okay. Like I just didn't have the head to be like, work on my business and um, what was I saying? Work on my business and then come and like do the course. I was just not like fully here it is. In the course that I'm learning right now, he said, you have to remember a lot of network marketers and a lot of affiliate marketers struggle because they don't remember that they're in business every day. And so apart from the affiliate marketing, I have a painting business. And for the painting business, I mean, you have to show up. If you go to you you rely on that money, you have to show up, right? If you don't show up, you don't get paid and you don't pay your bills. That's how it works. Not in the affiliate marketing. Well, for me anyway. I'm not talking about anybody else, but these are my experiences. This is me. Um, that's why I struggled in that sense because I would show up, but like bits and pieces. Every day I would show up, but it was like bits and pieces. And so that's why I was so lost because I wasn't like completely focused on it. And I have fallen lots of times. I fell lots of times. And I was just like, okay. And there was like times I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. And then I found somebody that one I was gonna quit. I found the mentor, and um, she was great. There's a lot of stuff that she um, taught me that I'm still using today, but I still was not comfortable with like, I don't know, maybe it's just the way I'm wired. I did not take a full course. And so I was just kind of like, you know what? For me, I cannot refer people if I do not absolutely know or without a shadow of doubt um, know that all the information was something I was giving or experiencing. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, I was just like, all right. One day when I was prospecting, looking and stuff, I came across this gentleman that lined up with me. For before I even came online, I have had been my initial reason why I even came or started posting on not even this account but my own account was or TikToks. Oops, sorry, I don't know if I was supposed to say that. The TTs. Sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not. But anyway, um, was to encourage people. Uh, I have a religious background, and Tim, wherever you are, we've already spoke about this. But anyway, I have a religious background, and the 12 years that I spent in that religion, um, it was not. I had an idea of God that it wasn't, and as I came out of the shadows of that religion, I started to discover like God, a relationship with God, and not religion. And I just wanted to share that with people. Like, man, everybody looks at God like if you don't meet his expectations, he's going to condemn you. And that's not what it is. He loves us, right? He loves us, and he demonstrated that by sending his son, and to pay for our sins, you know and a lot of people don't have, and I'm not here to convince anybody about God, and you know everybody has their own walk. I pray people will come to that knowledge, but that's not why I'm doing this live. This is just me, my experience, my story. And so anyway, um that's why I came on. And as I remember years ago, wanting to make money online, because one day I thought, like, hey, if I ever have to go move to Mexico, I want to be able to earn a living making US dollars living in Mexico. And um, everybody knows that's like legit, right? Or whatever. So I was like, I prayed and prayed. I kept praying, but for years I had been looking and looking for ideas or ways to make money online, and it just didn't happen. So then anyway, I ended up coming on here, and then I found like the affiliate marketing and stuff, right? So then anyway, I totally lost myself. I love myself. That's actually why I'm doing this right now. Because if you read the the title says, what is the biggest thing that holds people back? This is why I did this right now at this moment, because this is something I'm learning in the course. Um, so you know what? I'm like, I gotta just get this out of the way. And I may not be doing it right, but like what I have found in the course that I told you that I found is I ended up finding this guy, and the way he spoke, the way he teaches, is with a lot of authority, and like no fear, man, no fear. And he just lined up with me like to the T. So I had opportunities to get other courses, and I was already I was already decided. I'm like, all right, forget it. I'm just going to take the leap. I'm gonna get the course, any course. But I kept balancing, like what what course is gonna benefit me the most. And this is where I ended up at. This is where I ended up at because he lines up with me. He lines up with me, my ideas as to why I even showed up online, why I'm even here. When I started to discover God and His love, for us. Like, we do not have to live the way that we live. You know, for me, like, I have a painting business, and in the summer months, we're like, boom, we're like smashed, right? And it's stressful. But then when it gets slow, during those summer months, it tells you like, oh, like watch the ants, watch how they do. You know, the ants, they come out in the summer and they're gathering, right? And then they're gathering for them. So when it's, winter, then they have their food. Well, there was times where we spent like everything, and we're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And when it was winter months, then we were like, you know, and that was a something we had to learn how to no more. We cannot do that. We cannot spend every dime and not have anything for the winter. And I was just like, I don't want to do things like that. I don't want to do it like that no more. And I thought for all these years, like, hey, this is the lot that you have been dealt. This is what you have to deal with until um I started to learn and understand, like, hey, no, we don't have to live in poverty. We don't have to live sick. You know, all these things started to come alive to me when I started to lose weight. I used to weigh like almost 300 pounds. Um, and has been my journey. And now when I came more so now, coming into discovering the course that I'm doing now, he was like, his ideas all lined up with what I felt has been nudging on me for years. And it's like something he says, he is a biblical man. He bases everything on biblical principles, but he's not there to convince you, you know. But anyway, that's so I'm just like super enthused about all that I've been learning before I even paid for the course. I found content online, and I was just soaking it up, man. Just soaking it up, learning so much from his content. I was just like, man, I want, and I've shared him a couple of times, and so like now it's more so like all these little bits and pieces that I used, or that I have taken in the back, or from when I started, excuse me, it's all coming together. It's all coming together, and that's why I came online right now, um, because I was just trying to like just think like, how am I gonna promote this? How am I gonna promote this? And this was some one way, and I'm like, but you know what? I was afraid because I looking like a fool, and I'm sure I look like a fool. That's something like, I hate looking at myself in the camera, but this is one thing that was taught. And here's my notes. Here's my notes. I got a big old book. That I'm never going to behave in a manner consistent with how I think of myself. And I know I'm not the only person that deals with this. I'm not the only person who has felt like this, who has who struggles with these things now. But it's one thing he said. Uh, you have to decide. You have to decide what you want to do. And when you make that decision, you have to choose every day to line up with your decision. A decision and a choice are two different things. And, I don't know, like, I've been, I, I was, I've always been stubborn. Um, God made me like that, I guess. But, there's so many times that I wanted to quit and stop and not do this anymore. But I've been given the tools, the keys to think differently. And that's something that I just shared earlier. When you believe you can accomplish a thing, you will continue to take steps in that direction until you accomplish it. But that's just it. Like, you have to believe it. That's what he's talking about right now. That's where I was not lining up. I had this desire. And like I said, I'm going to make $10,000 a month, because I want to replace my income. I don't want to make, you know, sure, to start. Yeah, of course I want to make, something, but I want to replace my income. And we are doing, $10,000, $12,000 a month for ourselves. But in my business, I have to rely on people to show up to work. And we are in our 40s. We are in our 40s, man. And I'm trying to watch out for my husband. Ooh, we were little hard heads when we were young, didn't, put money away for retirements. And now I'm learning it in my 40s, putting money aside for retirement. And, I'm like, now is the time, man. That this is another, something he said in his course. There is not a time like this, like now, where it is so much more easier now to get wealthy, you know, thanks to the internet, thanks to the I mean, you don't even have to have your own products, man. Just selling other people's stuff, promoting other things, marketing other people's things. You can easily, but you have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to do it. There is a way. There's the way to do it. And like all my ideas that were stuck here have come to the forefront. From the forefront, like in my head, it's like you have these ideas, these words, and everything in your head, but you don't know how to communicate them and be clear with people. And that has been a struggle for me. Like when you get me talking, oh my gosh, like uh it's awesome. When you get me talking, I can tell you and relate so many things to you. And I think like that's a gift that God has given me. But we have to overcome those obstacles. And so back to my title, what is the biggest thing that hold people back? Fear. Fear. Fear of looking dumb. Like I know this is why I started my second account, because I didn't want my my friends and my family members or people that knew me. I didn't want them to see what I was doing, and it wasn't so much of what they were of them seeing me, what I was doing, but naysaying, like maybe they wouldn't say it to me, like for the longest time. I have 8 kids, and um Every time I ended up pregnant, my family members were like, "Again? You're pregnant again? Like, do you not believe in birth control?" And so for a long time, I felt bad about myself. I felt bad about my kids because of what other people said. So I know I'm not alone in this, you know? Now I think about it like, hey, this is these are my kids. This is what God has given me. What he has blessed me with. So it's funny. I know this is the second time that I've done a live and I end up crying on my lives. I'm just an emotional person, guys. But anyway, guys. So it was not supposed to be like this. Uh, but it is what it is. I did it. So this because this is what all of us are all looking for to make more money, to replace our incomes, to be at home with our family, or me as a mom. I'm sure there's dads out there who, you know, don't want to be working 7 days a week, 6 days a week, and not spending any time with their kids. Um, I get to spend time with my kids now. Thank God I do. Um, but I want to replace my income. I want to replace my income and do it from home. I have this vision, and that's something that my mentor says, or the guy that the in the program, he says, we have to get our desires and our expectations to line up. So I desire to replace my income and not only just replace my income, but far beyond that. I didn't think it was possible, but I know it's possible. There's just there's no limit on this. I know. It's just me. It's me that I have to line up me, how I look at myself, um, and see that I'm capable of doing this. All of us are. It's just there's just some programming here that we need to take out and replace it with new programming, so that we can we can reach those goals. We can overcome these obstacles that we ourselves create on ourselves. So, whew, that's what it is, guys. Um, what am I missing? Oh, the technical part. Anyway, if you guys want to find out or learn more about what I've learned, um, send me a message. I'll send you the information. I'll send you the link, uh, or something. And I don't know. I haven't figured all that out, but I got the link. And if you want to learn more about what I'm learning, uh, send me a message. All right, guys. 30 minutes done. Yeah. It's 11 o'clock at night, guys. So Nobody could say that I wasn't ever putting in the time in my business because I would do it at this hour. But anyway, guys, I love you, family. Um, have a good night. Let's rock it, guys. Peace.